This is quite interesting. This came with a harp, a book of tunes by William Frederick Morgan. Who William Frederick Morgan was, we do not know. Now then, it's dated 1854, but as you can see there, it became the possession of John Jones, Huw Mon, the father of the three sons. And he's the one standing with the beard on in front of the Marquis Inn there, Britannia, not the Marquis Inn, sorry, the Britannia Inn. So John Jones came into the possession of this book, and here are three, well, typical of the period, Victorian period. There are polkas, there are quadrilles, waltzes, but also a couple of Welsh tunes there, Glân Myddod Mwyn and Gwir Harlech. Surprisingly, in G. Usually you find that in C, but in G. So that's what I've got to start working on, really. So here are some more photographs of Oriel and his brother. He had the harp after he passed away in 1906. William Jones. And I'm teaching his great-great-granddaughter now.
It's the continuity, isn't it?
Yeah, she's coming to me, yeah. Amazing. Yeah. And this is the book that I and Thea wrote back in 2000, where it all started, really.
Have you got that one?
Yeah, of course I do.
Yeah. And here we have just some names of some of them. I couldn't put them all up. There's so many. Some of the other harpers that were triple harp players on the island. Here's an interesting one. He is associated with Llanova, but opted a harper from Holyhead. And he won second prize at the Royal Welsh Eisteddfod in Caerwys, in Flintshire, in 1886. Well, this is an interesting harp. This one, it's in St. Faggan, you've probably seen it.
Yes, it's the one with the metal pillar.
Yeah, it was bought by a Penillion singer from Llanova. Yeah. A very, very, well, heavy harp, I'm sure.
Very heavy.
And I'm from Llangefni, so there was a William Williams here. There was also a tailor that kept a pub, and he played the triple as well. I'll just show you this quickly. So we're talking about the father, Oriel Mon. Now we're talking about the three sons, Owen Jones, Oriel, then Robert Jones, Oriel Cymreig. Then we've got William Jones, the youngest son, Oriel Gwalia. But it didn't stop there, because their cousin, their uncle's daughter was Oriel's Cuppy. And she had a son. She played the pedal harp as well, and she lived part of her time in San Francisco. It's a lovely photograph of her playing a pedal harp. And she had a son, and he played, Evan Rollins. Now, her father taught the sons. It wasn't the father that taught the three lads. Yeah. It was his brother, her dad. And he was called Oriel Cuppy. And he kept a pub as well. Firstly in Holyhead and then in Rhosgoch near Amlwch. The pub in Holyhead, I'm not sure if it's there now, but the one in Rhosgoch is it's a nice place to go and have food. It's still there. So it's a kind of, there is that kind of living. It's still going, you know what I mean? It's not all that so much in the past.
It's
really.
It's
all
intertwined.
It's together.
It's like a tapestry.
It is, you're right there.
But it's one that we're continuing even now.
Yes.
Now this harp, interesting enough, she won at a nice there, but her harp and another two were in the museum in Bangor in the 60s. Much woodroom apparently, and they destroyed them.
Oh no! Why?
Woodroom, because there's old. I think there's in the collection old furniture, going back, and probably they were afraid of the worm going here and there and everywhere, and they got.
I can understand them being concerned about that. Surely
they could have treated them even back then.
Taken. What do they call it? Some plates, isn't it?
But again, you see, I think that's a Welsh thing. Is it's just a harp. See, a lot of these around,
Yeah, until there isn't.
Until there isn't.
Until there isn't.
What's that one called though? sort of Welsh lore, wasn't it? I saw in a video.
Oh, that's
with
the one up there. One is up there.
Possibly.
2 Welshmen a harp is a very precious and pleasant
Yes,
thing.
that's the one.
There was a law in ancient Wales which said you could seize for debt all a man's possessions, his house, his cattle, his land, even his wife, but not his harp.
It's my favourite.
That says it all, I think. Enough said. Enough said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John Weston Thomas gets around a lot, doesn't he?
Yeah. I saw a video of him on YouTube and
Yeah, that's the one I saw.
And he's telling that.
Such a wonderful.
Yeah,
but I really love.
So I was there with my book trying to get it.
But do you know?
Stop the video. Stop YouTube. Stop YouTube.
But do you know the fun little joke that he sort of incorporated within that video?
Oh yeah.
So when John Weston Thomas is driving in with the harp at the very start of the video,
Yes.
and there's the various shots of him driving in, that's him going through every single entrance of the village where they lived. So every time they were watching it on, when it came out on TV, everyone in the village thought it was absolutely hilarious because, it was just going in all the different entrances. It's fabulous. That was one Alan Thomas, the son, told us.
I'll tell you an interesting story about this guy. Llewellyn Williams, Robin, I think. Is Robin working? Llewellyn Allow.
Yes, I think
Llewellyn
so.
Williams, there's another one, right? Very famous from South Wales. And he came second in this one, in the competition for this one. Now, at some stage, his father was one of the chartists from the Newport riots. And he had been playing for the gentry of South Wales on his Welsh harp. Right, and he's playing there, obviously. He's playing one of the big ones. I think that was for the exhibition, probably, was it? And an exhibition in 51. Anyway, in one Eisteddfod, he won first prize. Not this Eisteddfod, but another one. And I think the prize was 2 guineas. And because his father was a chartist, they took away a guinea from him. So he got the guinea, he took it. And then he threw the guinea back at the judges. He proceeded to take a penknife out of his pocket. He was sitting beside his own harp and he's so disgusted, right? He put a knife through the strings. There was a hell of a bang, soundboard exploding. And the story is that all the ladies in their crinolines, at that time, ran off the stage in fright, right? And never again did he play for Llanover or Aberpergwm or all these grand houses. He never played. He was not welcome anymore. That was the end of an income for him from those places. Yeah, that's a great photograph.
I can imagine the sound of that. It is a
Yeah.
heart-rending sound.
Well, we
was
know the sound of the harp exploding
yes.
vividly.
Now, one string is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so he was so disgusted the way he was treated. Yeah. And he was second and he had to play again. He had to, says here, Llewellyn Williams merits were so equal that Jones and Llewellyn Williams were equal, that decided between them. He thought it best to ask them to play each air again, an air each again. Both played Pendraw. And we have no picture, no photograph of this Edward Jones, whoever he was, from Liverpool. So, but so, yeah. And the harp, obviously, there was money donated from the royal family at the time. Gift of Her Majesty, and all these are on the harp. Yeah, the maker and the donor, Colonel Kenneth Taint, friends with Lady Llanover. Edward Jones and Abergavenny. I like the way they spell Abergavenny. Quite different. Yeah. So, if she could talk, huh?
Oh.
Well, all of them, all
Yeah,
of them.
yeah.
I mean, tell a few stories. And there was a hole, and I thought, what is that? Do you know what that is for?
Not by any chance a tuning key.
Yeah, that's where the tuning key goes.
That's brilliant.
Have you seen that before?
I haven't. And I suppose these sort of stitches, for want of a better word, were.
Well,
adding
actually,
layers
some
to
of those
help.
are new. One, two, three. I think there are 4 new ones there. What happened was that the rest are original,
pulled
right?
together.
We have a log burner in the house, right? And the harp was in the corner, right? And quite distance away. Anyway, one morning it came up. My God, you could post a letter through.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I thought, right, tin. So it's been twice the tin. So we took it down. Well, Rian took it down. I took it to Howard in Cardiff, and they went down. It's closer for that.
I've seen it done in furniture, in
Yeah.
tables and things,
Yeah,
where
yeah.
it's split and they've
Yeah.
drawn it back together.
Yes.
But I love the
But
way
what do they call it?
that's done.
Butterfly.
butterfly,
Yeah.
Well, I think it's interesting as well, just like the way the metal's been done, and
That's
so.
what that is.
Pardon?
I don't know why the metal is there.
I mean,
Now, there is a story, there is a theory by, I can't remember his name, working in St. Fucker. What's his name? The big guy with the tash. Very softly spoken. Talks like that.
Not the guy that we saw.
He's very.
yeah, I think the guy we saw, and I can't remember his name.
He's a nice chap.
Got that
Okay.
written down.
Because I saw Fleur last time, who works in the department. I didn't see him.
Well, I don't
Yeah.
think. I think. Well, I don't think he's right here. But do you know the harp in which you put up? The one won by John Roberts. It's kind of cut off at the top, isn't it? You know
Yes.
the one in St. Fucker.
Yeah.
Well, that's John Richards originally, but there's Bassett Jones on it as well.
Yeah.
Now, I can't remember, Emir, that's the name of the guy.
yes.
Emir. He said, if you were to take this off, he said, there might be John Richards there. But I don't think it's the same shape. because Bassett Jones was in the habit of using the best bits
Yes.
and making a composite harp, which
But also, it's.
plain him really. But why is it just decoration? But no, look at, I don't know.
But even
to strengthen?
even the steepness though, that's not as steep as a John Richards
No,
harp
it's
anyway.
not.
So
No,
it's more
exactly. That's
in
right.
that style of
and
the
the wood
Bassett
is
Jones.
different, and I thought, no, it can't be. It can't be a John Richards.
The fact that it's also supported as well
Yeah.
with that metal, which
Yes.
which I mean the engravings is on that, so I presume that is
Yes.
original from there
Oh,
from the
yeah,
start.
yeah,
So
all the
very much
engraving is there, yeah.
very much not a
Yeah.
well, very much Bassett Jones sort of style thing, I suppose. But the fact as well that the metal's been moulded to
Yeah,
fit
it's-
in with that
It's been done nicely.
carving,
It's beautifully done, yes.
remarkably done.
So,